He's here tonight to tell us what he and his team have been taking so damn long to tell us all about. Will you please welcome my very good friend, Mr. Todd Howard.
Fallout 76 is a prequel to all the other games, and it's our biggest one yet. It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
I'm getting tired working hard every day. Working every day and not getting much pay. I got a big Geiger counter, it's a pretty good rate. When the needle starts clicking, that's where I'm gonna dig. Money, money, honey, and you fold. Money, money, honey, rock and roll. Rake it in, bale it up like hay. Have a rockin' good time, throw it all away. See me now in my long Cadillac. Hinges in the middle, spare wheel on the back. Man, don't you know I'll be hard to stop when I find that big uranium rock.
It allows us to have 16 times the detail.
When I find that big uranium rock. Money, money, honey, the kind you fold. Money, money, honey, rock and roll. Rake it in, bale it up like hay. Have a rockin' good time, throw it all away.
Hello everyone and welcome to my Fallout 76 review. Now some of you might be saying, hey, you're a bit late for this, you know, this game's been out for a while, but I am doing a review of the game right now after a lot of the updates have happened, after some things have been fixed. I really don't know how much has been fixed. I never played this game when it first came out, so in this review we're going to take a look. We're going to see what has changed. We're going to go over the gameplay, the graphics, the story, because there actually is more story to this game now, and just overall, is it even worth playing?
My brother does them, and he's always getting hurt and sick, so...
Alright, so first let's get into the leveling in this game and how it's different from other Fallout games. So when you level up in this game, you put a point into one of your special traits, and you select a card that is in that trait, and you collect multiple of the same cards to upgrade it from tier 1 up to tier 3. If you have any duplicate cards that you don't need, you can scrap them for legendary points, and then you use the points to upgrade legendary cards, which you can then have up to 3 legendary cards equipped. You just need to level up to unlock the slots to equip the cards. You can have up to 3 of them, and the legendary cards can also be upgraded multiple times with the legendary points, and you can choose what legendary cards you want to use. I actually really like this card system, and I think it works well with this game. So of course you can explore and do quests like every other Fallout game, but in this Fallout there's just going to be way less NPCs involved in the quest, and there will be less NPCs just in general in the world. You'll find way less people. You can also get a companion, but instead of them following you into battle and you like customizing their gear and stuff, they just sit at your base and do a whole bunch of nothing. They will give you missions to complete their quest line, so when you get a companion, they'll give you like a starter mission, then you can just go complete all their missions, and when you're done with all their missions, then there is actually zero purpose for them because they just sit there at your base. I guess they talk to you once in a while, you know. I guess they could be company if you don't have any friends, you know, or you know, no one's stopping by your base or anything. Other than that, there's really no use for them. There are challenges to complete like world survival, daily, weekly, and more. Daily and weekly challenges you're going to want to complete at like all possible, because they give you score which will level you up in Fallout Season scoreboard for like more rewards and stuff. And the other challenges will just give you atoms or card packs. There's also a daily operation that changes every day. That's why it's called a daily operation, I guess. But it will change maps. There's a couple maps that it will rotate through. There's different enemy types like robots, blood eagles, super mutants, stuff like that. And the enemy mutations will change. So sometimes they'll randomly blow up when they die, or the mutation will be that you can only kill them with a melee weapon, and just random stuff like that. Some of them make it easier, some of them make it more difficult. And when you do these daily operations, you want to try to complete them as fast as possible the first time, because when you complete it with the quickest time possible, you'll get more rewards, which I think like the quickest time, if you get the absolute quickest time, you're guaranteed like 2 legendary weapons or legendary pieces of armor. But you can only get the time challenge rewards 1 time per day. Anyways, moving on, you can build your camp pretty much wherever you want, as long as it's not close to someone else's camp or a pre-made location. Like if there's buildings or something nearby, you'll have to back up away from it a little bit, or else you won't be able to place your camp there. There's a lot of stuff though that is cool, or stuff that you'll just, you know, want to put in your camp, but it ends up just being in the atom shop, so you'll have to toss, you know, some atoms at the shop if you want to get some of them cool items. You can also build a basic underground vault, but if you want your vault to look cooler and better, you gotta toss some atoms at that shop. Though you can earn a good chunk of atoms by completing the challenges, you're not gonna earn like a whole lot of atoms, and things cost a lot of atoms. Like if you want a better looking underground vault, you're gonna have to spend like 1,500 atoms. You also have some storage at your camp or in special locations like train stops. You can store up to 800 pounds, which is just stupid. It should be at least 1,000, if not even more. I think it's dumb to make storage that small, because you're not going to waste your storage on displaying weapons or anything. Like in Fallout 4, you could have a display room with like all your legendary weapons or cool looking weapons that you want just hanging out on the walls and stuff. But unless you have maybe Fallout First, which is dumb, don't buy that either. The storage should be free, or at least make it so you can upgrade your storage or something with caps. But yeah, you're not going to be spending any of your storage to, you know, display some cool weapons or something. I also don't think that there should be a cap limit. The cap limit is 30,000 caps. Once you hit that limit, you can't earn any more caps. So if you're at 30,000 caps and someone buys something from your camp, or you complete a mission or anything that gives you any caps, the caps will actually disappear instead of collecting up and going above 30,000. So if you ever hit 30,000, you got to buy something. That way you're not wasting the caps that you earn. You also have to eat and drink in this game. Well, you don't actually have to, but there is a eating and drinking system, but you don't have to eat or drink, because there is no downside if you're starving or if you're dehydrated, because they got rid of that. But there is a benefit to being well fed, which the benefit is just increased max health and radiation resistance, I think, something like that, some sort of resistance. It's like radiation or disease resistance, something like that, but it increases your max health by 25. But even with all that, like all the good, all the bad, all the mediocre, I did enjoy playing this game. Oh, and also, yes, in case you were wondering when I was going to talk about it, or you know, just throw it in here randomly, or maybe even have a whole category. I kind of did this at the beginning of the video, but yeah, this game still has a lot of bugs, a lot of issues. Some of them aren't as bad anymore. There's still some bugs that have been in Fallout since Fallout 4 back in 2015. They're still here, still now, even though they known since it was in Fallout 4 and at this game, in this game at launch. Some of them are still not fixed, but some of them are fixed. There are some interesting stories in this game and some interesting characters, but again, for me, the interesting characters were rare. There are definitely some main characters that are supposed to be interesting and you're supposed to like, but they're just not interesting at all and you probably won't care that much about them. My favorite characters are probably Gale and Rah Rah. Not really sure why, but I just really like those characters. They just got like some, I don't know, personalities that you're not really going to forget. And the Brotherhood of Steel quest line was okay, but I felt like right when it was going to get good and it was going to get interesting, it just kind of stopped. And now we have to wait for the next chapter, which sucks. Why not just wait until you complete the whole Brotherhood, like, you know, quest line and release it instead of releasing it in chapters? But the main Wastelander stuff is better, having multiple ways to complete the story. And by that I mean you either join the settlers or you join the raiders, depending on who I guess you want to be a part of and who you like more. Some are more interesting than others, I'll just say that. This game can look really good in photo mode, but when not in photo mode, it either looks alright or really bad. Some textures are just really bad, and they look like mush or Play-Doh or mashed potatoes or something like that. I like photo mode though, and I think some of my pictures in this game that I have taken turned out really well. In fact, I really just put this in here because I really want to show you this picture right now that's on screen, because I took that in photo mode and I think it just looks so good, and it's one of my favorite pictures that I have taken. And when it pops up on the loading screen, it looks like some loading screen that would actually be in the game, you know. I enjoyed this game, not as much as other Fallout games like Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas. Forget about Fallout 3, I never really played it. It never really worked that well for me. But I still enjoyed my time with it, and I will still probably come back to this game and play it when new content comes out. Probably when the new Brotherhood of Steel story stuff comes out, more stuff. Maybe I'll just come back to it to complete the challenges and do the scoreboard. I don't know. I know I'll be coming back to it. I've been coming back to it for the past year now. I think this game is definitely better than it was when it released, which it should be. By now it's had like years of updates, but it should have launched like this. Either launched like this or even better. Maybe even better, honestly. It should have launched in the best state possible, and then, you know, add more to it and fix it even more. But it should have launched at least like this. If you have this game already though and you haven't played it in a while, you should probably give it another go. I would recommend it. If you don't own this game though and are interested in playing it, get it when it's on sale, maybe for like 50% off or more, and you know, give it a go, give it a try. You know, I enjoyed it. You know, I'd have to recommend this game because I've been playing it a lot. I've been enjoying playing this game. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect game. It's not even a great example of a Fallout game. Like, if you never played Fallout before, I probably wouldn't recommend this game. I'd maybe like recommend Fallout New Vegas or 4, but I still enjoyed the experience that this game can give you. Of course, when you run into some problems, it can give you a bad experience, but I think you can have a good experience in Fallout 76 like I did. I will say this again though, I never played this game when it first released, like the first year that it released, so I don't really know what it was like then, or you know, what content was in the game then, but I heard it was really bad, and I just think from then, you know, until now, I think it's improved a lot, and I think you should all give it a retry if you own it. So I think this game will always have that certain amount of disappointment, because Fallout 76 could have been an amazing game, but it will never be that game that it could have been. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you guys think about this game and this video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.